On the 15th of March 2024, Sexy Red released her latest single, Get It Sexy. This came with a raucous music video featuring the biggest streamer in the world, Aiden Ross, recreating the classic scene from American Pie, as well as a scene where Sexy Red was on a date with Drake and rejected him. She knocked back the most successful rapper that's ever lived. Now that's a ballin' music video. This track was a guaranteed success, and as of just 12 days since the release of the video as I'm writing this story, it's racked up over 4 million views. Now Sexy Red has become rapidly the most buzzing female rapper in the music industry.
Yo, what are y'all opinions on Sexy Red, bro?
But behind the music is a dark secret, a shady formula encoded into her persona that aims to provoke and piss off anybody who comes across her music. From the release of her breakout single Pound Town, describing the vivid detail of her nether regions, to her blood gang affiliations, or even her posting her own sex tape to her official Instagram page. In the age of social media,
oh yeah, she did do that shit. That's so weird, bro.
The rewards seem to go to the people willing to act the most outrageous and offensive. And in many ways, Sexy Red is the archetype of dialing up your ratchetness to cause maximum offense and making maximum money. But is this really just her being herself, or has her whole persona been a carefully crafted lie with the aim of upsetting as many people as possible?
You probably contract 17 STDs from simply breathing the same air as her.
Well,
nah, bro. She's the only person I know who openly admits to having STDs, bro. That's actually insane. I don't know why she does that.
We're going to answer that question once and for all. This is the disturbing rise of Sexy Red.
That's so weird.
Sexy Red, real name Janae Nira-Weri, was born in the north side of St. Louis on April the 15th, 1998.
To start things off from the beginning, which part of St. Louis are you from?
The north side.
Okay, that's cool. I mean,
I'm from the north side.
Clearly proud of her city, Sexy now has the St. Louis Cardinals STL badge tattooed onto her actual face. Now, this is a city with somewhat of a history within hip-hop, admittedly amongst some of the more forgotten and memeable rappers such as Nelly.
He said ratchetness like he's racist?
Produced one of the best
bro,
in hip-hop right now, Metro Boomin.
You're not lying.
Cheese TV, Sexy Red.
She's so pretty. Come on, bro. Angel. Look, I know you love supporting other women and other black women, but like, bro, come on, let's be real.
Gave an insight into her early life in St. Louis.
Violence and
it just, life was miserable. Like, I was living with my baby daddy mama. Like, I just, when you just ain't where you want to be at in life. And you just...
Angel lied to herself. She looked like Young Thug. Damn.
Having a child when she was young, and that she had to share a home with the mother of her children's father. She would explain that St. Louis is a volatile place and that there's not many opportunities to make it out. However, before she blew up in music, Sexy had actually managed to make her own lucrative past, escaping the cycle of poverty. She actually became a prominent hairstylist in St. Louis, making a big name for herself in the city. Sexy actually claims that at one point she was doing everybody's hair, all the way to the point where she was making around $4,000 a month. Even to
so why she stopped doing that?
People in the same house who were ops, setting aside their beef momentarily for the opportunity to get their hair done by the GOAT.
I used to do her. I used to do other, like, I could find ways to make money. But my main thing was her, for sure.
Is this like through word of mouth? Is it?
No, like, everybody know I was the hood hottest hairstylist. Like, I did everybody hair. Everybody named mama hair, literally. Grannies, ops, like, I didn't have beefing in the same, and they in my house, but I ain't know they was beefing, like. Yeah.
That's $48K a year?
I used to do her, like.
I mean, but that's $48K a year for doing hair, and then you got something on the side too, bro. That's good.
Real good.
How much do you think you were making a week back then doing hair?
Like over 1,000.
Like $1,000 a week?
Yeah, it used to be
That's
like,
nice
bitch,
bread.
You said what?
I said that's nice bread.
Yeah, and then I was young, so, and this wasn't normal, cause like it's like it wasn't nobody really doing her where I was from. I was the one that was popping doing all the hair, and I was the only one that could do the braids that I used to do. So everybody came to me for the sexy red braids, the true red braids, like that.
However, hair might not have been the only means that Sexy sought out to make money. St. Louis is far from a safe haven in the United States, and it seems that a lot of people in the city are forced to turn to illegal measures when it comes to getting by and making money.
No, that's not the kind of stuff we do in my city. Like, it be stuff, gun charges, drug charges, fleeing the police, like stealing cars, like that. That's the kind of problems we got where we from.
As of 2017, the city actually has the highest murder rate in the country. And
Damn.
as her name, or even her hair would actually give away, Sexy Red indeed has close ties with the Blood Gang in St. Louis, particularly on the north side of the city. In these younger pictures of Sexy Red, she can be seen throwing up the Blood B and sporting her notorious all-red hairstyle, clearly banging blood. And she was seemingly tapped in with the Blood Gang since childhood. more specifically, a subset of the Bloods called the 45 Retta Bloods from the Penrose area. On the St. Louis gang map, we can actually see that their territory is located to the north.
Nigga, how did he know all this, bro? God damn.
City center, and is surrounded by various different gang sets. The gang is also known to go by the name 4500 Margaretta, or the Retta Mob. Now, not that much is known about this gang, but there are traces of their heritage scattered all around the internet, such as this YouTube video paying homage to the set and showing numerous members of this gang throwing up their signs.
My backyard, I go through the alleyway, there's Margaretta. How the f do you run out of weed?
On me. Margaretta, 4500.
Now, Sexy's early life in St. Louis unfortunately saw her becoming a victim to the treacherous streets, as she would publicly mention being involved in shootouts with her own baby's father, with these sort of bangouts apparently even occurring on the very same day that that couple were going to the hospital to find out the gender of their child.
Thank God that, you know, I mean, you were pregnant. Anything could have happened.
It was crazy.
Did he start shooting back?
Yeah, it was a shootout. It was a whole shootout.
Damn.
That's the reason he alive.
Sexy has even mentioned how she's accustomed to this kind of lifestyle, stating outright that she only really wants to date street guys. Now, it seems like over the years growing...
See, I don't know how you can get into a shootout and then be like, damn, yeah, I just want to keep on dating these same niggas, bro. Like, that makes no sense, bro. Like, okay, you get into a shootout with your child's father, baby daddy. Like, nothing, like, you damn near almost you lose your life. And nothing in your head clicks to you to be like, okay, like, let me get away from this. I don't understand that, bro. Man, I'll be on, bro. Shit, man.
Growing up in this rough environment led to street activity being completely normalized in Sexy Red's life, and she would ultimately find herself being excited by shootouts, police chases, and violence.
But that's the excitement.
Yeah.
No, that's the excitement.
That's
And
the excitement. That's not how you want to live life, gang. Especially when you have kids, bro. Like, bro, you got to be more responsible, bro. Come on.
what street dudes bring that excitement, like high speed, running in front of police.
Yo.
Bro, this not GTA, bro. Like, no, come on, bro.
Like that.
And because of
Why
her
do you
talent
like
in the
that?
salon, she was already hood famous in the city, with an unbeatable confidence that meant Sexy Red was not scared to experiment and try new things to get by. And in 2018, she would make the biggest decision of her life to pick up a microphone and try her hand at rapping. Sexy Red actually begun rapping out of pure circumstance. As she would explain in her first interview, it actually all stemmed from an ex-partner cheating on her. After finding out that the man had betrayed her, Sexy decided to write and record a diss track aimed at him. And surprisingly, that man's friends would actually quite enjoy the track, and they encouraged her to pursue music and keep putting out songs.
I had a friend, you know, we were talking. He made me mad, so I wrote a diss song about him, and I
Was it a boo or babe
yeah,
or
it
something?
was my boo.
Okay.
It was my boo-boo. I made a diss song about him, and I showed it to all his friends, and he was mad, but they was like, she straight hard, for real. Like, you straight hard. So I was like, for real?
Following the success
Them niggas should not say that shit, bro. Come on, bro. Let's be real.
of this diss, Sexy Red would find deeper confidence to her new craft, because then she decided to make an official track. This time, it was a remix to FBG Duck's classic street anthem, Slide. Sexy Red was clearly influenced by Chicago drill, likely due to the similar havoc that was ongoing in the streets of St. Louis and the activities of her own gang. Now, the lyrics of her version of the song would include Sexy rapping about finessing men for their money, rapping things like, first I do that sweet talk, and then we milk him for them bands, as well as claiming that she has plenty of smoke, or how she would roll her ops up in a backwood. In the second verse, Sexy would actually show early signs of her future self, describing her dealings with men and stealing other people's partners in vulgar detail. And despite the audio and production quality being fairly low, it was clear from the content that Sexy Red had the charisma to warrant a successful career if she chose to stick it out at music. And while her flow and lyrics were certainly juvenile, the song itself gained enough traction to make a serious name for herself within St. Louis. Perhaps it wasn't the most sonically pleasing, but the track showed Sexy Red's ability to unapologetically be herself. Now, the track itself eventually even got the attention from the original slider FBG Duck himself, and Duck would actually even be there on the day of the video shoot. In a now resurfaced
Wait, ain't Duck die? Ain't FBG Duck, didn't he die?
Sexy can even be seen standing behind Duck, holding a huge wad of cash and discussing her career. Now,
He
Sexy
was trying to fuck, I'm not gonna lie. It's obvious.
hadn't even come up with her rap name at this point, and when she was asked about it, she would respond that she doesn't know what it is, but that it needs to be something with red in it.
Wait, what's your rap name?
I don't know yet. Song with red, though.
The interviewer then asks her who was the man that she finessed to get the wad of cash that she was holding.
So who you finessed to get that band right there?
I can't tell y'all.
Okay, yeah.
That ain't y'all
business.
Now, hilariously at this point, FBG Duck actually gets upset and forces the cameraman to end the interview, leading many commenters to believe that this money was in fact his, sparking speculation he may well have got up in them guts.
Who was the you finesse to get that?
Tonight, yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Another clip would actually surface from this day, showing Sexy Red dancing with Duck and FBG Young to some unreleased songs. And there was yet another funny clip.
I ain't gonna lie, she for sure. For sure. He died, and that's what I thought. He for sure fucked her for the cash. I ain't gonna lie.
Sexy Red allegedly trying to sneak Duck's money into her bag. Now, years later, Sexy would discuss this night with Say Cheese TV, giving credibility to the rumors that the money was indeed not hers, as she even admits that she only had $30 in her pocket.
You went to Chicago with $30 in your pocket?
Not even $30. Like, me and my friend, we used to just be doing just traveling. And then, yeah, one of us and I had no money. I'd be like, bitch, we gonna split this 15-15.
Now, Sexy was aware of the traction that her name was building, and she decided to continue to pursue music. And the next song she came up with truly had the city divided.
1,000 jugs?
On the 1st of July 2018, Sexy Red released the video for her official single, 1,000 Jugs. Just like Slide, this was another remix or reworking of a classic song. This time,
I think I heard this, bro. This song's ass, I'm not gonna lie.
the sample features the instrumental to Vanessa Carlton's hit 1,000 Miles, the single that was made viral by the classic Terry Crews dancing scene in the movie White Chicks. Now, Sexy Red would claim that she saw a remix of the song online and decided to give her own go at rapping on the beat.
So how did 1,000 Jugs come about?
Well, I was on the internet and I seen a dude had did it and he was saying boom boom. So I'm like, ooh, I can remix this. But I was just playing when I did it.
And it was this single that actually took Sexy to another level in St. Louis, but maybe not for the reasons she had hoped. In the interview, Sexy explains that most of the people around her clowned her for this song and told her not to put it out as it would make her a joke in the city.
Yeah.
And then I recorded it and everybody was laughing at me. In the studio when I recorded, I'm like, shoot, what's funny?
Yeah, I'm dead.
And that's the problem right there. She like dead ass think like, bro, let me play y'all this song real quick. Nigga, what the hell?
Riding around 10-5, toting his iron. Bet 9 and I've tried none. You getting filled too. I could've killed you. You lost a tennis shoe.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, I can't hear. Yeah, we're done with that. Yeah, I think that's a big problem with her. I'm not finna lie, bro. She doesn't realize how bad her music is. Or maybe she does and she's just trolling, bro. That shit's horrible. That's literally horrible. I'm not gonna lie. Right. That's like, yo, like, if I heard that in the studio, I'll be laughing, bro. Like, you better be laughing with me. I ain't gonna lie.
Like, and then that's when some people liked it, but they like, man, don't record that. Don't put that out there like that. You're gonna make a joke of yourself. You're gonna make a joke of yourself. So I was like, kind of didn't want to put it out. Like that, I had been wrote that song. I just never dropped it.
When listening to the song, it becomes clear as to why many were taken off guard by the track. Sexy sings her take on 1,000 Miles, reimagining the chorus in her exaggerated, ratchet voice. The song itself is compiled of hilarious boom boom ad-libs and features tongue-in-cheek lyrics of her rapping about killing goofies. Sexy appears to even reference a possible run-in with her ops on the song, suggesting that she'd sent them running so fast that they left behind their tennis shoe. Now, the verses of the song weren't exactly filled with complex bars or metaphors, but it was a perfect depiction of Sexy Red's ratchet personality. And from here, Sexy decided to ignore her haters, going forward with the record, even filming an equally outrageous music video, with her toting guns and walking around her St. Louis hood with a goofy-looking man who looks like he has no business of being.
Oh, man, why is he here, bro?
Strumming an AR rifle.
Paid actor, bro.
Walking around the neighborhood with that goofy. Now, Sexy Red clearly didn't take herself too seriously, and she clearly understood the recipe for going viral on the internet, which doesn't always have to rely on good quality music or well thought out lyrics. In the end, she chose to release that single that many people had clowned her for, ultimately doubling down on the theme with an equally outrageous music video. But it turned out she had actually made the right choice, as the video amounted to hundreds of thousands of views, making her a household name in the streets of St. Louis. That single would land her first radio interview on Hot 104.1 FM, where in a wholesome display she was actually joined by her own mother. Sexy had already been making legitimate moves to further her career in the city, even performing Slide to a big crowd in St. Louis just days after 1,000 Jugs was released. Sexy by this point clearly realized there was a formula to getting views and going viral.
She really made a career off of trolling, bro. That's crazy.
She had the image, the lyrics, and the gangster affiliations that she would need to blow up in rap music quick time. And the more outrageous her song...
That is true. I'm not gonna lie. That's kind of sad. All you really need is like the support of your hood, crazy lyrics and a gimmick to blow up. That's kind of crazy.
Were, the more fame and success she would see, whether people hated her or not. It may be possible that 1000 Jugs was so influential that it might have even been the inspiration for Young and Ace to choose that very same beat in 2021 when him and other ATK members.
Nah, he was on some different type of time, and I'm not gonna lie. He had some demons in his head when he fucking released this song.
Chose to record the classic diss track Who I Smoke, which I covered extensively in my video about the war in Jacksonville. But anyway, in her interview, Sexy Red would actually give an insight.
If y'all listen to Who I Smoke, bro, nah, he had some demons.
And how you feel like getting put on like all these different social media platforms?
I mean, like, it's just crazy to me. I did not think, it's just so funny to me when I just go on like the internet and see me as a meme and see what people say about me, because I'm like, I never thought that I would get out there all the way like that. Like, I was always popular all my life, though. Like, everybody already knew me in the city, but now it's viral, like, for real. It's kind of weird.
You was on your Insta story the other day, and you was walking, and dude was like, hey, I know you. A couple dudes stopped you. How that feel now?
Everybody stop me everywhere I go now.
Yeah.
Everywhere I go. It don't matter where I go. I go to the nail shop. I can go to the beauty supply, the supermarket. They gonna be like, you Sexy Red. You just, hey, was you that girl on that video with that white boy with that ponytail with that, like, they always say stuff.
And she would go on to explain that she saw social media as a blessing.
So I always ask people this question: do you feel like social media is a curse or a blessing?
It's a blessing.
Yeah.
Because back in the day, it was harder for people to get noticed without social media. But now that you got social media, it's so much faster for people to get seen and go viral and stuff like this. Like, that's a blessing.
Now, having just released 2 songs, Sexy Red at this point was getting very clued up on how to manipulate the audience for views and exposure. And Sexy Red would aim to keep this momentum going, releasing the drug anthem Free Smoke in the same month as 1000 Jugs. And in the next year, on the 1st of January 2020, Sexy would follow that up with another street anthem called Northside. On this song, she chose to lean heavily into her Blood gang affiliations, choosing a strategy not dissimilar to what fake Blood 6ix9ine had done to go viral just a few years before this. In the video, Sexy was seen sporting a red bandana, patterned shorts, and a red rag tied to her hand whilst throwing up numerous Blood gang signs. And the lyrics themselves would pay homage to her Northside roots, even dissing other neighborhoods in St. Louis, such as the West and South Side. And she would even claim in the song that she is personally down to go on drills. But sadly, unlike 6ix9ine's Blood antics, this song didn't actually get the attention that Sexy was looking for, and ultimately she chose to take a brief hiatus, returning to her roots at the salon.
So rap wasn't working out, you know, the last few years.
I mean, it was working. My music was still going up.
You definitely were. I mean, and no disrespect, like you definitely were doing your thing. Like you were household name in your city. You were doing your thing, moving around. You had shows and you had fans. Yeah. But I'm talking about like you couldn't get the things that you really want.
How's she not shot yet? So I ain't gonna lie. Some people just get blessed by God not to get shot, bro.
What were you doing to make money?
I'll be asking the same thing, bro. I ain't gonna lie.
You know, build that nationwide buzz.
I used to do her.
But in 2021, Sexy Red would come back to music, releasing a number of singles which led up to her debut mixtape titled Ghetto Superstar. And to kick off the year, she released the shockingly titled track Slob on My Cat. This was obviously a homage to the hip-hop
nigga, what the fuck?
Classic by 3 6 Mafia, Slob on My Knob.
You gotta be careful. She's careful now, I'm sure.
Smart strategy of using famous samples of classic records to amplify her career. The original 3 6 Mafia song was an example of one of the most vulgar tracks in the early days of hip-hop that ultimately picked up a lot of attention, which made it a great choice for Sexy's emerging style. And her choice of lyrics certainly did not disappoint. And the next year, Sexy would release the music video for that song, which ultimately went on to be her biggest hit at that point. And Sexy would continue releasing her singles, as well as a slew of videos, such as the drill-inspired track Hood Bitch, where she can be seen holding up guns and red blood rags.
It's time to have a dialogue of what I like to call the Legion of Ghetto Girls. Sexy Red to Catch Me Outside Girl, Cardi B, Ice Spice, and Megan Thee Stallion. They're cancers to the community, not gonna lie. Look, I'm gonna be real, bro. It is time to have a conversation. Cause like, what the fuck? Yo. We really gotta talk about that, bro. And niggas are scared to talk about it because, you feel me, they ain't trying to get hated on, bro. But what, like, okay, when you look at other genres, other races, and their top female rappers, why is black women just, like, why are black female rappers just the most degenerate? Like, if you look at the big three for us, right now, I say is Nicki, Cardi, and Meg. And you could add Sexy Red in as, like, the Mount Rushmore type shit. Nigga, why? All they do is shake their ass and make decent music. Nicki makes good music. I'm not finna lie. Nicki makes good music. But the rest of them, they just make decent music, bro. If you look at any other race, the big three for white people, Taylor Swift and 2 other white girls, I don't listen to white music. They don't be shaking their ass. They be having a clean slate. Same thing. Latinas, they be shaking their ass sometimes, but like it's not on to the level as black women, bro. Same thing with every other race. The Indian motherfuckers, they be doing what they want to do. Europeans, they be doing what they want to do, but you don't be seeing that shit. Why can't we have more Lauryn Hills or Erykah Badu's? You know, chill, let the music do the talking, bro, not the shaking the ass and shit, man. I don't know. Taylor Swift don't be shaking her pancakes, nigga. Come on.
At this point, Sexy was picking up steam in the industry, and soon, celebrity co-signs would give her a much-needed stamp of approval. In 2022, JT from the City Girls would give Sexy Red a public shout-out, letting the world know that her music slaps. Although her mixtape and recent singles at the time were all amassing good views in the hundreds of thousands, Sexy Red had barely tapped into her full potential at this time. But the next year, 2023, one song in particular would launch...
And I say prioritize women with values and morals over just dating in your race. Just to date, I understand Dr. Umar. I understand Dr. Umar, but he's wrong a lot. I'll say this: there's nothing wrong with dating outside your race, bro. People be trying to make that like a big deal. Nah, there's nothing wrong with that, bro. Especially when your race ain't really, you feel me, don't have the best quality of women. Cause let's be real. Let's just have a fucking conversation, bro. Black women right now, a lot of I don't want to use a lot. A good portion of black women are like very undateable right now. Very undateable. And like it's harder to find good black women because when they're good black women, they're usually cuffed up already. So for a lot of black men right now, we're like resorting to other races because we don't want to get left with the end of the stick. That's really what's happening. I got a video coming out about talking about that. It's going to be an outside video. I don't think I'm going to be in the room for that video. I think I'm going to record that shit outside. But look, we got to fix that, bro. A lot of black women are just undateable right now. And it's not, and the other races don't really have the same problem, man.
The very top tier of the rap world.
My mom said don't date black men at this age because y'all are slow. Nigga, no, we're not. See, okay, I'm going to just be very real with y'all niggas. Black women doing that shit pisses me off. Y'all be trying to downgrade and like criticize black men, talking about we slow, we don't know what to do, we're lazy, we're lonely and shit. Just to make like black women seem that as bad, bro. Black men aren't the problem in this generation, bro. With black people, we're not the problem.
Sexy Red had ended 2022 on a high note, securing herself a feature.
No, niggas be not funny no more. You're still complaining, bro. Like, yo, like, we don't have to be funny. That shouldn't be a requirement, bro. Like, I don't know, man.
R&B superstar Summer Walker on the song Sense That God Gave You. But this song was unlike any other Summer Walker song, as it appears to be almost a parody of the ratchet style music.
Yo, what Mama just said is so true. I'm sorry I'm pausing a lot. I love to find a nerdy black woman, but I can't find one. I'd rather an amazing, classy Latina or white girl rather than a ratchet black girl. I'm not gonna lie. That's so true. Look, I've been trying to find, Nick, it's hard to find a nerdy black girl, bro. It's getting harder and harder and harder and harder. Bro, there was this one nerdy black girl I knew. She was cool. Bro, I was thinking about low-key locking in with her. Nigga, tell me why I found out she been getting fucked on the low by multitudes of niggas. I thought she was a nerdy Christian girl, bro. Nigga, she be outside, she be drinking, smoking, doing all that. I'm like, nigga, bro, I thought you was in the books.
Making. Summer herself can clearly sing exceptionally well, but on this track, she chose purposely to change her tone and style to fit in with Sexy Red style, with the same explicit and shocking style of lyrics that you would expect, along with a music video with the same vibes, which actually would depict a pregnant Summer Walker twerking and dancing around a gas station alongside...
Bro, suburban ghetto? I'm not ghetto at all. I will never tell you I'm ghetto. I'm not ghetto at all. I just went to a ghetto school. I'm not ghetto at all. I'm like, I won't say I'm suburban though. I'm not super suburban, but I'm more suburban than I am ghetto. I will say that.
Sexy as they rapped along to the vulgar song while holding a baby. The track would give Sexy a lot of momentum moving into 2023, landing 8 million views, making it her biggest appearance on a song to date. And in January 2023, Sexy Red would ultimately release her massive hit, Pound Town, produced by beat-making beast Tay Keith. And although the song featured very typical lyrics we've come to expect of Sexy Red by this point, there was one bar in particular that caused the song to spread like wildfire. It was a bar where she... how can I put this? She described the colour of her various holes. The official music video for that track also released the very same month. However, it wasn't until the boxed-in live performance at a wig store was released that caused the song to go more viral than ever. The combination of the hilarious lyrics and the backdrop, as well as the goofy security guard standing behind Sexy, was ultimately the ultimate recipe to cause this song to go super viral. Her formula worked, and the song had people talking all about her holes from all over the world. Whether there was hate or not, it gained a lot of extra views and traction for Sexy Red, leading many people to circulate interesting conspiracies about how exactly this talentless rapper had become so famous all of a sudden. It's easy to call someone an industry plant when you're oblivious to the amount of work that they've been putting in for years. 2 months after
I don't think I've ever, like, did y'all think that Sexy Red was an industry plant, bro? I low-key did until I started learning about her past a little bit. Then I was like, oh no, this shit's like, she's been working for this.
Yes, Sexy would release another official video for her track Pound Town, which now sits on a...
But the industry promotes her crazy now.
33 million views. At this point, she had reached a new peak in the industry and actually became the hottest thing in hip-hop, receiving co-signs from many industry giants like Nicki Minaj, who even made a part 2 to Pound Town. Sexy would release 2 more singles that matched the hype of Pound Town in June 2023, one of which being Ski Yee, another Tay Keith produced banger that pushed Sexy Red further into the mainstream conversation. And Sexy remained calculated in her moves, even making
Stream straight. It's stream straight. We good on stream. Everything good. We straight. Hey y'all, we straight. Yeah. Nigga, I thought I got banned for a second. I'm not gonna lie. I got scared as fuck. I'm not gonna lie.
The Ski Yee dance attached to the song go viral in its own right.
Like, do y'all know what that means? Ski Yee? Okay, Ski Yee, that's when, like, if you see a cute girl or somebody with a big booty or you trying to holler at somebody, or they call that the geek call, the geek. A geek is a crackhead, a dope fiend. Like, when you serving geeks where I'm from, that's a geek call. Like, if you see some geeks on the other side of the street, like, Ski, so they know you got that in.
I'm not gonna lie. When Ski turn on, bro, I think all of her songs are trash. Ski Yeet, I can dead ass turn up to this shit. I'm not gonna lie. Bro, I was at a party last year, bro. This shit turned on. I can get down to this shit. I'm not gonna lie. I can get down to this shit. But still, I don't know.
Yeah, but that's what we do, round.
Now, these tactics that were used to promote Sexy's music and pump up the streams were really working. And now, Ski Yee is sitting on an astronomical 31 million views. Sexy was at an all-time high at this point, and she would even launch her own lip gloss brand. And in typical fashion, she took the vulgar energy of her music and applied it to selling her products, with the shock factor making her launch super viral too. She would actually name each product in the lineup of lip glosses after famous lyrics from her songs, with one even being named after an STD. She would use names like Coochie Juice, Booty Hole Brown, Coochie Pink, Nut, and Gonorrhea. That's crazy, but super viral. I mean, it's clear that Sexy was deliberately going after outrage to get people talking about her, and it was working like a charm. However, it was by this point that some of the public began to speak out about how they were disgusted by the lyrical content and Sexy Red's unapologetic attitude in her music videos. Many articles and video essays would be released, debating whether having role models around like Sexy Red was actually doing harm to society rather than just providing entertainment, with all of this discourse raising more difficult questions about females' place in hip-hop and whether talent takes a backseat over sex appeal. To the masses, it could be argued that as long as a female has the image, sex appeal, and raunchy lyrics, they can shortcut to a massively successful career in music, with the theory being supported by success of recent rappers like Sukihana, Cardi B, Megan Thee Stallion, and Glorilla, all using these so-called tactics. But
I mean, that's the point we was trying to make, bro. Like, all you gotta do is just shake your ass now. All you gotta do is shake your ass and just show off your body, and you'll be straight. Like, you can, you feel me, just get whatever you want in the music industry. I'm not gonna lie, we're finna speed this video up. I'm trying to get to the Reddit.
In my opinion, Sexy Red's appeal is really just a result of her being a truly authentic depiction of herself. She is indeed a sexy, ratchet female blood. But regardless, Sexy was not going to let her momentum slow up for anybody. And in August 2023, she and Sukihana would team up to release possibly the most raunchy song of all time, titled Hood Rats. Now, I probably can't even show you these lyrics on YouTube, but her and Sukihana they're basically looking for a guy that likes to eat the brown Skittles, if you catch my drift. And in the second verse, they even seem...
Bro, I think I remember this song, bro. Nah, I ain't gonna lie. STDs went up like 50% after this song dropped.
To suggest they want to suck the dust out of Joe Biden. Sexy even went on to appear on Angela Yee's Lip Service podcast, boldly admitting that she had caught 2 STDs previously.
I had chlamydia.
This is the craziest thing ever. I don't know why you admitting this, bro.
Photos twice.
Okay,
But
I mean,
ain't never
that's
had
the most
pretty
common.
Yeah, very common.
This what happened. Me and my together, and we broke up because he was cheating on me. So then we broke up. Then I went and did me. Then he did him, and then we missed each other, came back together.
Something went right.
We both was like, "What's this smell?"
Oh shit!
Like, ugh, what's going on? So
Did y'all
then
go
we
to the
both
doctor
went to the
together?
doctor. Yeah, went to the doctor together. And then we both was like, "Well, you took 2 people," and he like, "You took 2 people too." I'm like, "We don't know who did it. We still don't know."
Did y'all
who
call
did
the people that y'all was with and let them know that something went right?
I think I know who did it, but I'm gonna blame my baby daddy though.
Yeah, blame him.
Now, Sexy's music was getting
That's crazy. That's crazy.
dirtier by the song, but if Megan Cardi's filthy hit WAP taught us anything, it's that sex sells, and the dirtier the drawers, the stronger the stench. This approach of shock and awe in her music actually allowed Sexy Red to stand out, and to some, get more respect, as she was so brutally honest and funny in her music, you just wanted to keep listening. And she knew her formula was gold, and she didn't slow up from there. Sexy would ultimately go on a spree of scoring numerous all-star features during this time, also while being pregnant. She linked up with Lil Durk on the track Hellcats and SRTs in September, Chief Keef in the remix to the track F My Baby Daddy, but in October, Sexy would receive possibly the biggest moment in her career when she appeared on the Drake song Rich Baby Daddy along with SZA, featuring on the hook.
Because she fucked Drake. I think she admitted that she fucked Drake too.
One of the biggest moments on Drake's entire album. And to think that Sexy came from her humble beginnings, making songs for fun, dissing an ex-partner, to collaborating with the biggest artist in the world and making the biggest moment of her album is truly astounding. And to make the situation more viral, Sexy was pregnant around this time.
Lil Durk hit. All of the rappers she's collabed with hit, bro.
The baby at the hospital, even causing rumors
while she was pregnant.
Not another one. Anyway, moving into 2024, Sexy went on to continue making big and clever moves, such as appearing on a stream with Aiden Ross and
Oh, I forgot about that.
Smart way to tap in with his young but huge audience, establishing a good relationship in the streaming industry. Just a few days after that, Sexy would release the music video to her new song, Get It Sexy, another viral anthem featuring all the components for a hit record. The video would have an appearance from none other than Soulja Boy doing the classic Crank That dance, Aiden Ross would be in the video streaming himself into a cherry pie, and Drake would appear as Sexy's date. Now, Billboard already considered the song a viral hit just days within its release, and at this point, Sexy Red was becoming a cheat code for other people to go viral. Even her Breakfast Club appearance would have everybody talking, as Sexy, just being herself, chose to stand on business, appearing on the show with no filter, making it immediately clear that she's not fond of the new co-host, Jess Hilarious.
Well, when you came in here, I spoke to you, and the first thing you said was, "No, you can at least look at me."
She only want to look at
For
you.
real, you ain't gotta mess with me, but you can look at me.
She walked in and said, "Hey, Charlamagne, hey, DJ Envy, just said hello." She was like, "Give me sneak dissing."
Yo, I was gonna say my damn self. I'm right here.
I missed that. You missed it. Oh, I see it.
Yeah, no, I spoke to her, and she said, "I don't mess with you, Jess." And I said, "Why?" She said, "Cause you be sneak dissing." I said, "All right, tell me what's wrong. Tell me about it. What's up?"
I don't mess with you.
All right, let me know why.
Damn.
You be sneak dissing.
All right, how do you feel like I see?
I see everything. I was trying to make sure y'all wasn't sneak dissing before I came up here too.
Where we sneak this?
I check everything.
Where we sneak this?
Whether Sexy Red's persona offends the masses or not, it's hard to ignore the strides that she's taken in her career. Many may criticize her, claiming that she used overly sexual and vulgar lyrics to
Oh, Tunde, real shit.
catapult herself to the top of the game. However, behind it all, there's clearly a well-calculated talent and strategy making everything happen. The recipe was perfect, and it could easily be repeated over and over again. Yet Sexy Red's unique charisma meant that by just being herself, she's managed to go viral repeatedly. Seemingly,
I will say this: Sexy Red is smart as shit. Y'all might think she dumb. She's smart as shit. I'm not finna lie. But still, nigga, I don't know. I just can't support this shit. I'm gonna be real.
she's still the same hood rat she was in her first ever releases. With rappers like Cardi B becoming megastars in the late 2010s and singles like WAP reaching Billboard's #1 spot, maybe the success of these types of rappers is more of a reflection of how our society leans more towards rat shit and overly sexualized content. Now, that's not to say that that's the only way that female artists can get ahead, as there's still plenty of lyrically gifted and talented female MCs that all have their share of success and
Like
acclaim.
Pink
Rappers
Panthers.
Lil Sims, No Name, and Rhapsody all break those stereotypes that have been attached to females within hip-hop, and many of them have managed to become successful in the male-dominated rap scene without ever having to describe the color of their booty holes. And despite the sex-driven shortcuts that Sexy Red has seemingly benefited from, that doesn't mean that she didn't still have a hard come up. After an appearance on Lil Yachty's podcast, Sexy would even give an insight into some of the real horrors that she'd been a victim to in her past.
Can you tell us like the craziest things that ever happened to you?
Crazy. There's no stay between us.
I got love. That's the
Oh, I think I've seen this.
craziest thing that ever happened to me.
Maybe something.
Maybe something.
Okay.
I mean, I don't know. Like,
maybe something.
shootout?
Yeah, there we go. Shootouts, you
There we
know.
go.
High speed?
That's more what we were thinking.
Yeah. That was crazy.
Wait.
We just want to say we are sorry.
Yeah, that is crazy. Yeah, wait, that's definitely.
That is bad.
That was unfortunate.
It's not something we should speak on.
Yeah.
Okay.
But the
Them
shootouts,
niggas laughing is crazy. But like, once you hear something and it's like that random, it's like, bro, what the fuck? Like, you can't really react any other way. That's crazy though.
and stuff. Wow. You know, you have done a lot of things.
Yeah, I have.
And now you're a big rapper.
It isn't as if she was just given a career without any hardships in life. And whether or not the public hate Sexy Red or believe her success is all just a clever marketing tactic, manipulating the streams and using sex to bait engagement, ultimately she's just being herself, and it's paid off handsomely.
I'm grown. Why do I gotta hide what I want to do? I'm grown, you know what I'm saying?
Because kids
I
watching
don't
you,
get it.
bro.
When people say I'm acting a certain way or I'm being
Kids
myself,
are watching you, whether you like it or not,
all
bro.
I
You
know is to
can't be
me,
doing everything.
You know? So I don't know how to be no other way. They be saying what you saying, but I'm saying I'm being a hoe because I'm being myself.
So from being practically unknown at the start of 2023 to being at the top of the industry in 2024, clearly Sexy Red is a legend in the making and will definitely be here to stay. Let me know in the comments what you think of Sexy Red.
Yo, good video, Trapalore Ross.